Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Tracy D. Malone, and I am your host. Multitasking right now, really quickly, so that I can be with you 100%. And if you're on LinkedIn, right now you're going to see my post for today. And right now I'm just dropping a comment there. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing, multitasking. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Let me make it back to, I want to go back to one of my other posts. And there's something I want to share with you today about one of my other posts. So I just want to bring that up so that I'm ready to roll once the conversation gets started. Okay, great. So here it is. All right. Welcome to today's session. This is my fifth time going live. I attempted to do it a sixth time. The first time, though, I wasn't aware I couldn't just press the go live button on YouTube. They told me I didn't have permission to do that since it was my first. So I ended up going ahead. I did record it and then I posted that recording. I was trying to go live, but just couldn't. So then the other days that I've done it, today is the sixth day that I've done it. I did it 3 days last week, 3 days this week. And so if you ever wanted to see me build in public, this is my version of that. I never thought I would do that, but here I am. So I'm encouraging you, if being able to have a YouTube channel that's bringing in viewers and allowing you to talk about what's on your heart or, the thing you're passionate about, I'm encouraging you to go ahead and do it and we can do it together. You can start on your channel. I'm starting on my channel. Send me a message. I'll be your subscriber. You be my subscriber. We can both get to, I'm trying to get to 50 right now because then YouTube will allow me to go live from anywhere, any device. So I'm really, really excited about one day being able to go live from my cell phone. I think that's going to be the easiest thing for me to do. And that's going to create less friction for me being able to get out here, put the message out here about mastery, and then be able to help more people. So if that's something you're going to do, just drop me a message in the comments. Let me know. I'll subscribe to you. You can subscribe to me. We can support each other. And if you wanted to chat offline, you can find me on LinkedIn. You could DM me, or you could just drop in the comments. We'll connect there, and then we'll keep both of us moving forward. We'll support each other in that way. So I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. And so far, it's not been a busy morning. This is the first thing I do on the days that I set aside. But after this, I do have another meeting set up, and I need to do some prep work for that. Not to mention, I need to get some breakfast in me. I'm that type of person. So one of the things I'll be doing this morning is I'll be getting out my juicer. I'm gonna have carrot juice, celery juice, and beet juice. So the beet juice it can be a little bit messy. And so what I do, I buy the organic, already made. But then the other two, the carrots and the celery, I do those fresh. So then what I end up with is a really great concoction of fresh made juice, which is really great. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing after this, so I can get ready for my next, well, my first appointment. But this is my first appointment, but that's my first meeting coming up after this. So today we're going to be about 30 to 40 minutes or so. And today, what I want to talk to you about is, which would you rather? Would you rather scale your business, your brand, or your mastery? That's what I want to know. Would you rather scale your business, your brand, your mastery, or all of the above? So I have a poll going on LinkedIn right now. I want you to go ahead and cast your vote. So the question is, which would you rather scale? Your business is your baby, and you have a choice in how you move it forward. If money or time was not an issue, would you choose to scale your business, your brand, your business? Let's say that, wait a minute. One is your brand, two is your business, and three is brand mastery business. So I'm curious. I want to know what you're thinking. So respond to that in the comments here on YouTube, but also go over to my profile on LinkedIn and cast your vote. So those are your options. One, you want to scale your brand. Two, you want to scale your business. And three, you want to scale your brand, mastery, and business. Now, number three, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, scaling all of the above. And guess what? I have 9 votes right now. And guess what the guess what the choice is? Everybody is choosing number three. They want to scale their brand, their mastery, and their business. Scale your mastery before you scale your business. This is what I'm talking about. We're going to get into this today. I am so passionate about that. That right there. Yeah, that right there. Scale your brand, your mastery before you scale your business. Because guess why? If you don't do that first, you end up leaving money on the table. Please, please stop leaving money on the table. If you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, if you're a one person CEO business, stop leaving money on the table. Your mastery is going to help you get to your next level. It's going to help you scale. When you scale your mastery, those other things happen automatically. And that's the cool, beautiful thing about it. When you scale your mastery, all the other dominoes fall into place. Yes, they fall into place. It happens so effortlessly, right? Because if you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, you're one person brand, a business, you are the brand. You, you are the brand. You are the total package. Yes, you are the brand. You got to scale your mastery. This is going to be the best way for you to make more money in less time. It's going to be the best way for you to do more with less. It's going to be the best way for you to put yourself out there and start attracting opportunities and ideal clients to you. That's the best way to do it. So let me back up for a moment. Why should you listen to me? Who am I and what am I talking about? So my my pathway to becoming a business consultant is not traditional. Okay. I didn't get here because, uh, I'm broke now. Let me go make some money in business consulting. No, it's not my story. Uh, I want to get rich quick. Let me go. No, that's not my story. So here it is. More than 25 years prior to becoming a business consultant, I single-handedly solved a $370 million problem for L'Oreal. Yes, more than 25 years prior to me saying, I want to be a business consultant. I single handedly solved a $370 million problem for L'Oreal Soft Sheen. If you want to read all about that, you can go over to my LinkedIn profile. You can check out an article I did. It's called The Elephant in the Room. I go into great detail about that entire journey, that process right there. So, what I can tell you briefly is that I got hired as a result of a talent search because they had this problem that IBM and nobody else could solve. And the crazy part, IBM created the problem. The problem had to do with an IBM database back in the day. IBM had ThinkPads and they had their proprietary software, Supercell, that was the name of it. It was installed on those ThinkPads. And those ThinkPads were out in the field with the sales managers, the sales reps, and they were also in corporate because the CEOs wanted to see what was happening with the orders and what was happening with the customers and interactions and things like that, right? So this proprietary software that IBM made, they couldn't solve their own problem. And so as a result of a telesearch, I got hired. And I went in and single-handedly solved that problem. What do I mean single-handed? Just what I said. So I go into Poughkeepsie, New York, get off the plane, I drive to their location, and they show me what I need to know. I start asking the right questions. And this is key. When you've got mastery, you know how to ask the right questions. This is very crucial, especially in today's business climate. It's one thing to ask a question, and then it's another thing to ask the right questions. So I go in and I start all these people standing around me that don't look like me, right? That alone right there might have intimidated a lot of people. I showed up to solve a problem, and one thing I knew then is I was good at solving problems. I didn't know it to the degree that I know it now, but I knew then I was confident in solving business problems. So I went in, asked to see this, asked to see that, asked the next question. That led me to the next question. Then I mentally strategized about what's happening here. And then I came to the conclusion. Let me put my phone on silent. I came to the conclusion, oh, this is the problem. So I say, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is a problem. So I say to them, did you do XYZ? And they say, no. What do you mean? And I said, okay, you need to do this and you need to do that. And once you do this and that, it's going to do this. And then ta-da! It worked. It worked. I solved the problem. Again, if you want to know more about that, go over to my LinkedIn profile, read the article. I just want you to know that for me, I felt like this was a calling. Because here's a question I asked myself. I said, what do you want to do next? You've already done 20 plus years in real estate, and it's been a great run. It's been awesome. It was a wonderful experience. But what do you want to do next? So I said, okay, what can I do to serve others while being my highest and best self? That was the question I asked. Mhm. Yep. That was the question I asked myself. What can you do to serve others while being your highest and best self? At some point, if you've developed mastery, you're probably going to ask yourself that question too. So that's what the question was. And then the response that after some self reflection and actualization, I came back with that. Yes, I came back with that. So um, I want to get into today's topic. I want to get into today's topic. I want to start by talking about, first of all, this definition of mastery. All right, let's talk about the definition of mastery. I'll give you the definitions that are out there from Oxford and Merriam Webster, and then I'll give you my definition. All right. Merriam Webster says possession or display of a great skill or technique. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then Oxford says comprehensive knowledge or skill in a subject or accomplishment. It's okay. Here's my definition of mastery. Mastery is the ability to execute a physical or mental activity at a high level while allowing your true personality to shine through. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Allowing your true personality to shine through. That is mastery. That, my friends, is mastery. Yes. And guess what? One of my LinkedIn connections, she's amazing and awesome. She's over in Ireland. Her name is Marie. Shout out to Marie. Hello. So Marie, I made a post on LinkedIn the other day, and she got into the comments and she said, Tracy, your definition of mastery is iconic. Wow, that just blew me away. At first I thought she said I was iconic, but she said the definition is iconic. You know what? It kind of means the same thing. But basically, it stood out to her, and she resonated with that. And that's what happens when you bring your entire true personality and allow it to shine through in what you do for your mastery. That's what I'm talking about. That's that definition. And that was an example of this definition of mastery in action. Because she related to that so much. And she's a master of what she does too. She's amazing. Matter of fact, we haven't really announced this yet. I don't think she'll mind, but we're going to collaborate on something. We are going to collaborate on something. So stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications on LinkedIn if you're curious about what that's going to be. We're working out the details, but we've already put the two minds together, our like minds together, and we're going to come up with something fabulous. So we want to stay tuned for that. But I'll get it. I'm getting ahead of myself, but no, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm really excited. So that is the definition of mastery, and that's mastery in action. That was an example of that. So and here's the cool. Well, let me say this: when you have mastery, okay, you know that right now, my ideal clients on LinkedIn are bookkeepers, CPAs, accountants, right? Those are my ideal clients. It, they're one thing they have in common, they're all service based, right? All of them are service based. So if you're a service based entrepreneur, you could very well be my client as well. But here's the thing about it: when you have mastery, it's like it elevates your mindset of your business to another level once you lean into it, right? You gotta lean fully into it. Now there are a lot of you out there, you're great at what you do, but you want to be the secret agent, right? You've got this secret MO. What I mean by that is your LinkedIn profile, you have a blank banner. Your LinkedIn profile banner is blank. Is blank. It's empty. Knock, 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 knock. Is anyone home? Who's there? Who are you? Listen, it's 2025. You got to show up. You got to show up. You got to bring your full self. You got to bring your true personality to the party. You've got to show up. Why should I stop the scroll for your blank banner? Why? Why? It's too many people out there trying to get my attention. Why should I stop for something blank? No, we got to stop that. It's time out. Time out for that. Let's stop it. This is 2025. Come on now. Secret agent? You can't be a secret agent on LinkedIn and expect to get paid. You can't be the one expecting to get clients attracted to you. Why? Why should I stop? I got a short attention span. Why should I stop the scroll for something blank? You're not trying to engage me. I feel like you don't even want my business because this person over here who's less experienced than you, guess what? They getting all my attention because they showed up. They showed up with their true personality. They showed up as their full self. They showed up. Now think about that. My hands are not on my hips, my hands on my chair. Think about that. They showed up. Okay. So, but if you really, really lean into this idea that you have mastery, guess what that also means? It also means that you are an artist. You are an Artiste. Mwah. You are an artiste. Yes, you are an artiste. You're an artist. I first heard this concept by Seth Godin. He wrote a book. I can't tell you the name of it. But in this book, what Seth does is he talks about being an artist. And I fully leaned into that. And I thought, yeah, you know what? That's really good. I'm an artist. Because, baby, what I do, it is a work of art. What I do, yes, that was the way I was in real estate. And I do that in business consulting as well. I am an artiste. Yes, yes, yes. So I want to talk about now that definition of artist, right? So I didn't make up my own definition for artist. I'm just going to read you. I'm going to read you what I found. Oxford said, artist is a person skilled at a particular task or occupation. A surgeon who is an artist with the scalpel. Yes. See what I mean? He didn't have a paintbrush, baby. He had a scalpel in his hand, and he's an artist with that. And then there's another definition of artist. This is from, I don't know how to pronounce this, Equid, ECWID.com. I don't even know what they do. I think it's some type of software or app or something. I don't know. But I did like their definition of artist. They said an artist is anyone capable of conceptualizing an emotion, idea, or moment, or of more value, someone who can express themselves using their imagination. Art is considered any creative work, whether it is a painting, a sign, a poem, a sculpture, or even a tattoo. I like that definition. A little bit lengthy, but I like the idea of an artist is someone who can conceptualize an emotion, idea, or moment, or of more value. I like that part because a service provider can do that. Service provider can definitely do that. Mhm. So I want to see. Here's the thing. This is kind of a good segue for getting into our topic for today. Remember when I just mentioned to you what happened with that post that I did with Marie, and then Marie made that comment. So what mastery? See, that was me flowing out of my mastery with the post that I did and giving her the definition and sharing that with the world. It resonated with her. It tapped into emotion. See, that's what happens. That's one of the benefits, one of the many benefits of what happens when you scale your mastery, when you amplify your mastery. That's one of the things that automatically happens. People, people, they get a sense of your energy. They get your vibe. They get you. They start understanding you, where you're coming from. They relate to you, right? And that's what Marie did. She let me know that what I said related to her so much, and she placed that comment about the icon. And here's the other thing. When you are flowing in your mastery, these creative juices, they just start bursting up out of you. Like you can't even contain it if you wanted to. You couldn't even contain it. It's like bursts of energy, like pow, pow, back to back to back. It's so much energy exuding from you. People can't help but get attracted to that. So that energy shows up as new concepts. That's one of the ways it shows up. That energy shows up as new concepts. So that way of me describing mastery that showed that came up out of me, that creative juice, that creative process that led me to that definition. And then Marie, she read it and she instantly tapped into it, right? This is what happens. This is one of the beauties of being able to um, put your mastery out in the world and then allow other people to appreciate the work that you do, right? So if you're a service-based entrepreneur, especially if you're an accountant, bookkeeper, or CPA, I want you to start reframing the way that you look at your work. Reframe the way you look at it because you really are a type of artist today. Okay. You are more than a bookkeeper. So I want you to step into showing up on LinkedIn as more than just a bookkeeper, right? Lean into the mastery element of what you do as a bookkeeper. Lean into that. Go to the next level. Go beyond, I'm a bookkeeper, right? Go beyond being a bookkeeper. What's next? And that's what I want to help you figure out. That's what I want to help you discern. That's something we can get into on a one-on-one conversation. My right now, my hourly fee is 125, and that's going to be going up, right? So what you want to be able to do is book a session with me, and let's get into it. Let's give you a personalized, customized session where you really get to reimagine yourself inside of your business. That's what I want you to be able to do because it's 2025. You can no longer have an average profile on LinkedIn and expect to get clients from that. Now, I made an assumption, so I could be wrong, but I assume that you have a profile on LinkedIn because you want to attract clients. But maybe that's not the case for you. Maybe you're not there to attract clients. Maybe I don't know, you're there for another reason. And if you are, good for you. So this isn't for you. This is for the people who are on LinkedIn because you want to attract clients. Me personally, like if I was in the market to hire someone, whether it was bookkeeping, copywriting, digital marketing, whatever it was, guess what? I would look on LinkedIn and you know who I would pass up right away? I would pass up anybody that's got a blank banner across the top. You know that's the most expensive piece of real estate on LinkedIn. That banner across the top of your profile. You know, it's that area where your picture is in a circle and then it's that background behind you. That's your banner. That's your LinkedIn banner. If you don't have that filled out, I'm going to keep scrolling. Oh, yes. I'm going to keep it moving. I will not stop to give you my money. I will not stop to try to figure out what it is you do and what makes you different from all the other millions of bookkeepers. I'm not going to do it. My time is valuable, right? The other day I did a post on LinkedIn. I happened to find out that the average attention span of the American people in the US is, I think it's 8 point something seconds. And I believe they said a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. So there you go, right? So that was just in general, but they also had a stat that the attention span of somebody scrolling on social media, I think it was 2.6 seconds. Google it. I'm not saying that is the exact number. I said I believe it is. I think it is. But you do your own research. Fact check me. Fact check. I don't have a problem with it. I'm coming to you doing my research before I show up, bringing you straight truth, right? So if you want to know the details on that, go to my LinkedIn profile and check out the post that I did. Actually, I did a post, but I also did an article. Yeah, that article has been picking up a lot of steam. So it's one of the trending topics on my LinkedIn profile. I would recommend you go check that out. And it's got something to do with hmm, what did I say? Just a second, let me check real quick. It was, hey now, okay. Thank you so much, LinkedIn family. I just turned 3,400 followers. You know what? It felt like it took forever to get there, but I really wasn't always trying 100% of the time. But I really did lean into it last year. I really did lean into growing my connections on LinkedIn. So yeah, just reached 3,400. Thank you. I did a screenshot of that. Let me go to, okay, let me look for this real quick. I just want to share with you. Yeah, so I did an article. The name of the article is Lost Faith in the Coaching Industry, question mark, consider this. So yeah, go check out that article. It's been trending on my page. But yeah, so I wanted to come today and chat about that concept of which would you rather, right? Which would you rather? It is so important. Be intentional about what you're doing in your business and life. I highly recommend be intentional about it. Do you want a better year in your business than you had last year? Hmm? Do you want a better business? Do you want more visibility? Do you want more clients? Do you want more high value clients? Be intentional about it, right? And if you're going to be intentional, one of the things you got to do is you've got to show up on LinkedIn. And guess what? It's not enough just to show up. My title of my post today is It's Time to Make a Great First Impression on LinkedIn. Yes, it is. It's time, you guys. It's 2025. It's time to make a great first impression on LinkedIn. So I'm going to share this with you, and this also has to do with mastery as well. And then we'll probably call it a wrap after that. So let me give you some insights on the LinkedIn platform. I've been studying this platform for probably the last 3 years. The last 3 years. I can tell you some things about this platform that I haven't heard anybody else talk about. Things that confuse me. Mastery. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. This is why it's. Let me stop that. I want to share with you some things that about I could. I'm not going to do it right now. Maybe that's for another day. But yeah, I figured out some things about this platform that I've never heard anybody talk about. Everybody wants to talk about different things about the platform. I never heard them, so I won't get into it today. But I just want you to know I've been studying this platform, and to the point where I'm deciphering some of these analytics that I've never heard anybody talk about. And if you didn't know, I've got some really great LinkedIn stats. I was one of the first in the world to have a LinkedIn badge. Remember those gold badges that had to do with um, being an expert? It was a LinkedIn community badge. Yeah, something like that. It was, that gold little emblem but basically give some you had to give your comments on certain topics, and then some people were fortunate enough to get one of those badges. Well, guess what? I was one of the first in the world to get one of those badges when they introduced the program. When they first put the program out, I was one of the first in the world to get the badge, right? So my badge it was called, okay, I got it. It was Community Top Voice. Okay, don't confuse LinkedIn Top Voice with Community Top Voice. They are not the same. And I'm seeing people making reference to, Community Top Voice. It's the gold badge. Community Top Voice is the gold badge, and it's retired. It doesn't even exist anymore. So if anybody has that information, they're sharing dated information with you. That's old. LinkedIn got rid of that program. It was only around long enough for people who contributed to train LinkedIn's AI. That's it. That's all they want. They wanted your information, your insights, your expertise to train their AI platform. So, okay, so the other badge, which is blue, is LinkedIn Top Voice, period. LinkedIn Top Voice is the blue. LinkedIn, you don't even put LinkedIn really in front of this, but it's top community voice. It's not really like LinkedIn top community voice. It's just top community voice. I was one of the first in the world to get that. Okay, so just that was for you, or if you're saying, well, What do you know about LinkedIn? You've got less than 4,000 followers. I'm trying to tell you. I just told you. So let me move on. All right. My point in saying all of this is this. If you have mastered your area of, if you've mastered it, you are the person that LinkedIn really wants to hear from, right? Well, how do I know that? Because LinkedIn is leaning towards thought leaders. Consider that. If you never thought of that before, there you go. Consider that, right? LinkedIn, their platform is built for thought leaders. Thought leaders. If you have mastered your craft, come on now. You're a thought leader. We need to hear from you. But instead of hearing from you, we get nothing but silence. You don't post on a regular basis. You don't show up, which is fine. Some people choose to do that. But tell me this, why even waste your time with having a LinkedIn profile if you're not going to show up? Why? 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 You could be doing something else. If you thought enough of LinkedIn to take up enough real estate to put your name on your corner of real estate, you need to go all out. So right now, you're like very cold towards LinkedIn, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been there too. But nobody told me what I'm telling you. Nobody shared with me what I'm sharing with you. LinkedIn, listen, if you are if you are master of your craft, you belong on LinkedIn front and center. You belong on LinkedIn front and center. And what will happen is you will attract more ideal clients. People will stop their scroll and you'll attract opportunities to you. That's what happens for me. And I'm showing up 110%. And that's what's happening for me. So I got to bring you some more stats. I've got to look at my numbers, but I would say off the top of my head that within the last 60 days, I probably had at least 3 to 4 speaking engagement offers, right? And then the number of new connections, I get inbound requests, but I'm also putting myself out there. So I do a lot of outbounds as well. But I always get inbound, always get inbound. If you're not getting inbound requests, listen, your profile is not set up right. Let's fix your profile. Let's fix it like right now. Okay, just reach out to me. I would, if you're my connection, I want you to show up and I want you to win because I feel like we're on the same team. If we're connected, if we're first degree connections on LinkedIn, listen, and you know you got a blank profile banner. Oh my God. Ew, that does something to me. That does something to me. Knowing what I know now, that does something to me. That really does. Don't ask me for referrals and you got a blank banner. Mm-mm. Listen, don't. Mm-mm. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that to you. Listen, I'm not gonna ask you to do something I'm not doing. I'm that person. I'm not gonna ask you to do it if I'm not doing it. I'm asking you to show up because I'm showing up. I put myself out here. I need you to put yourself out there. I need you to stop being a secret agent. If you develop mastery, show up 110%. What do you expect to happen if you don't show up? I can't wait to go live from my phone, you guys, because I got to look way up here. Maybe I'll bring another chair to look eye level with the camera on my mat. I mean, my chair is already pretty high, but yeah, that's enough. I'll fix it. I'll play around with it before I go live again. But yeah, see, if I was on my cell phone, I'd have, I got the different tripods and stuff for my cell phone, and I think the camera angle's a lot better. I'm not really used to this camera angle. sitting in front of a desktop. It's all good though. I do what I gotta do. So yeah, I wanted to bring you that topic today. Just want to bring you that topic. And by the way, check out if you haven't done so already, check out but yeah, let me really quick. Let's see. So my post today on LinkedIn is, are you stopping the scroll on LinkedIn? Stop leaving money on the table. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I won't get into it. I won't get into it right now, but do me a favor. Stop leaving money on the table. It's 2025. I need you to do something about your profile. I know I keep talking about this, but it is so important. You want people to find you. And listen, if you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you. I'm just here, hopefully growing an audience here. And we're going to have fun together. We're going to grow and learn together. I know I have at least one live viewer right now. I thank you so much for showing up. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm still getting to the groove of things. Like, this is only like my fifth time going live, but I'm having fun so far. It's fun. I will like it a lot more though when I can go live from my cell phone. I gotta tell you, I'll be able to pop that, bam, go live and just chat with you instantaneously. I like that spontaneous type thing. I want to get into that life. Yeah, I want to get into life. So again, today what we were talking about on LinkedIn is which would not I'm sorry, LinkedIn, but here today on the YouTube. Which would you rather? Would you rather scale your business, your brand, or your mastery? My vote is for scaling all three. And the way to do that, the easiest way to do that is to scale your mastery. Because when you scale your mastery, all those dominoes fall. They have to fall. Because why? Because you're taking center stage. You're taking center stage in your business. You're showing up for people. You're showing up for yourself. You're showing up for the community. You're showing up for your ideal clients. You make it so easy for people to find you when you scale your mastery. Scale your mastery first. Don't scale your business first. Scale your mastery first. Bam. Think about it. Think about it. If you scale your mastery, you get people looking over your shoulders. You get people approaching you from all angles. Like, what is she up to? Like, yeah, I see you, Tracy. I see what you're doing. They will come for you. Those invitations will start dropping in your inbox. Listen, I'll tell you this quick story, and then I will call it a day because it's almost 15 minutes till the hour, and I got to get ready for my next meeting. So one of my clients, she was so awesome. I really enjoyed working with her. She was really awesome. So when she initially came to me, she hated LinkedIn. I said, you can't, what do you mean you hate LinkedIn? I said, you can't hate something that you expect to bless you. You can't do that. Like, that's not a law. Like, you can't do that. You can't hate something that you expect to bless you. So you expect you to find your clients on LinkedIn, right? You can't hate it. You gotta find a way to get with it. So she got with the program. But you know what? She didn't want to put herself out there. I wasn't asking her to divulge, things that happen in her personal life per se. I wasn't asking her to do that. I was just asking her to be human. You gotta be human. Let people know you're not a robot. If you got a blank banner and you don't post any pictures of yourself, you don't post any videos, you don't, like, how do we know you're even human and you're not a robot? There's a lot of robots on LinkedIn, and there's a lot of robots in the DMs, in the comments. LinkedIn is full of robots. You got to show up. You have to show up as your full self. Your personality needs to show up. If I scroll and I come to your page, I need to see this is a real person. I see their personality. Their personality is shining through. That's what I need. I need to get that from you in order for me to go to the about section or do anything else. I need to see that. So anyway, this client, she did not want to show up, but she eventually got comfortable with that. And then you know what? Once she did that, she started getting invitations to speak. Yeah, she started getting invitations to go be a presenter at, different groups that, on her subject matter. And then the rest is history. Like when I see her now on LinkedIn compared to who she was before, I'm telling you, it is a night and day difference. I'm telling you. So here's the thing. Lean into your mastery and let that mastery show up. Let your mastery take the lead for you. It's not about, listen, it's not about you. It's about the clients you can serve using your mastery. And there's one thing that's really, really cool. When you lean into your mastery, your confidence, your confidence explodes. You know why? Lean into this. Lean into this idea. Competence breeds confidence. Competence breeds confidence. Yes, you have no idea. Confidence is so underrated. But guess what? If you increase your confidence, you will be unstoppable. Your confidence needs to get higher, it needs to go through your roof. And guess what? When you get confidence, you that's also going to attract. That's a package. You are an entire package. You just got to show up. Let me help you package yourself. That's what I do. That's what I do. I help you package yourself. And you will never want to go back to the old you. That's what I do. I'm going to help you package yourself so that you know you are the bomb. You'll know you got it going on. Right now, maybe you don't believe that. And I can't blame you because you don't have the package. When you get the package, you're going to feel like the package. That's what I know. That's what I could tell you that for a fact. Once you get the package, baby, you're going to become the package. See, you got to get the package first. You got all the right pieces, but those pieces of the puzzle, they just spread out on the table. They're not in the package. But once we get you a package, bam, listen, people will not be able to, they won't resist you. They can't. They won't be able to. You got to become the package. That's what I do. I help you package up your mastery. Yes. Yes. We got to get your mastery working for you, especially on your LinkedIn profile, right? I need you to be the total package. I need you to exude this concept. You need to walk down the street. You need to step into your car, step out of your car knowing you are the total package. Right now, you hiding behind a profile that is not giving a great first impression. It's not. See, there's good, there's better, and there's best. Why choose good when you can have best? Right? You need the best possible LinkedIn profile for where you are right now. And then once you get to where you want to go, then you need another LinkedIn profile for that level. There's this expression, new level, new devil, right? Every level you get to, you got to create a package around that. I was watching the other day on YouTube. I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw, I think her name is Tabitha Brown. Uh, I'm not sure I'm subscribed to her, but every now and then but I know of her a little bit. But listen, she was on there the other day. She is packaged. She is fully packaged. You see what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. She is packaged. She told she was eating a salad. You got to go check out this video if you haven't seen it. She was eating a salad and she said, now I can't talk like her, but she's like, let me tell you something. She said, don't come telling me that I'm doing too much. She said, because God says I can. God says I can. And yeah, she ate some salad. She's like, yeah, I'm going to be doing a book launch. And then she's like, yeah, Chance, we're going on tour. And she was eating some salad. She said, don't tell me I'm doing too much. I don't want to hear it. She said, because you know what? God said I can. Yeah, and I'm doing it. You say, yeah, and I got this going on and that going on, and you're gonna see me over here, and you're gonna see me over there. And she was just rattling off all of this stuff. And she was like, yeah. So I don't want you telling me I'm doing too much. That's the thing about it. Listen, she is fully packaged. She got the package, baby. She is ready. I need you to be ready. I want you to be ready on LinkedIn. Come on now. If you in my community, come on. I need you to be ready. Let's go. Let's get this. It's 2025 and the first month is almost over. Come on now. How much longer in 2025 are you going to have a LinkedIn profile that's not making a great first impression? I need you to be your best. I'm giving you my best. I need you to show up as your best. Let's do it together. Come on now. Let's do it together. I could go on and on, but I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to stop it right there. So, my question for you is, do you want to scale your business, your brand, your mastery? Which one of those you want to scale? Or would you like to scale all three? I'm going for all three. I raised my hand on all three. That's what my vote was. I'm going for all three. And what I'm leaning into is mastery. Because I know that when I lean into mastery, all those other dominoes fall, baby. They fall. They cannot stand up. They cannot stand up. They got to fall. That's what I'm talking about. Let's make it happen. It's 2025. Make a pledge to yourself that your LinkedIn profile is going to be top notch and you're going to make a great first impression. If you're that type of person that you get ready for your job interviews, you know what I'm saying? When you're going out to apply for corporate jobs, I know how you show up. I know you show up killing it. I know you show up to get a yes on the first try. I know you putting your best foot forward. I know you showing up and giving your baddest of the best first impression. I know that's what you do. Because if you're on my profile, you see what my headline is. High achievers, baby. We're a group of high achievers. And if you're a high achiever, you need a profile that goes with it. You need that total package. And if you got a blank profile, I'm going to be knocking on your LinkedIn door. I'm coming into your DM. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Now, if you have something there and you hold in a little space, I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you after I talk to everybody else that's got a blank banner. Time out for that. Time out for that. It's 2025. Okay, it's 2025. Listen, it's been great chatting with you today. I want to leave you with this thought. Man's mind, one stretch by a new idea, can never regain its original dimension. That's it. Man's mind, one stretch by a new idea, can never regain its original dimension. If I've said something to you today that you received, then you just created brand new neural pathways in your brain, and you will never be the same. Okay? So take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next live stream, and I'll see you on LinkedIn.